Hello, my friends. Welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley. I got a very special video for you today. I had a pleasure and an honor to visit NezbyKitty's valley. And in this video, I just wanted to show you one of my favorite clips from the entire visit about the Snow White build. In this video, you're gonna learn some of the Snow White's history and why it was a complete game changer in the world of animation and in life of Disney. I'm also trying out something new, doing some interesting effects, B-rolls, and just trying to make these videos more interesting to watch. So please watch until the end and let me know in the comments if you enjoy these kinds of videos and if you want to see more of them. Let's get straight into it. I'm gonna give the mic to NezbyKitty.
I wanted to talk a little bit about Snow White, so maybe we'll just take a nature walk and I'll tell you what I know about the history of Snow White. This is a true story, and I love stories like this. Snow White was Walt Disney's dream, and he went to every studio in California and Hollywood, and no studio would back it, no studio would make it. They all told him that it was a failure and that he was crazy. And then his friends and even his wife told him, "This will fail, Walt, don't do it, and you're crazy if you do." What his wife said, and this is a quote, "No adult will watch a cartoon for an hour and 20 minutes. But Snow White was his dream. Animated film had never been done. So he went to the bank and put up what he had in collateral, took out a loan, and paid his artisans out of his own pocket to make Snow White. On opening night, Charlie Chan and other actors and actresses of the day were there. It was sold out, and it got a standing ovation night after night after night. And even today, in 2024, Snow White is still the highest grossing film in history for animation. And it was the highest grossing film in history for all genres for a while there. So to me, I wanted to make a build to honor Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs because Snow White made Walt Disney a legend. And when it was so successful, he continued with Sleeping Beauty and Pinocchio and Cinderella and all. And then once he had several characters, this was during the Depression too, in the 1930s. But then in the 1950s, he built Disneyland, and then before he died, Disney World. So in a way, when you think about it, without Snow White, he wouldn't have been a legend and a household name, and we wouldn't have this game today. You and I wouldn't be doing this right now. So I really wish Snow was in the game, because she's the one that, well, just like Oswald, like he's the first character of cartoons, Snow White's the first character of animated film. And every animated film that's been made since then, and every animated studio that opened up after this and that was created, because he created his own studio to make these movies, any animated film anyone's ever seen, ever, it's on the shoulders of Snow White. So I made a build over here. I mean, I don't really expect that she'll ever come to the game, really, but I will say this, and it's the last thing I'll say about it. I'm glad we have the poster. And all the stuff I said, it can be fact-checked, except it's my humble opinion that without Snow, we wouldn't have Disney Dreamlight Valley. So I made this build for her. And if you have you seen the movie Snow White, Mr. Starr?
I have seen it many years ago and not the original,
Okay.
but I do know the concept. Yeah, I think I'll get the references.
Okay, good, because the build picks up where the huntsman has been sent to cut her heart out with a dagger, but he can't do it and does a pig, and she takes off running because she knows she can never go home again, and she comes upon a cottage in the woods, and that's where this build begins. So we're going to bear right around the room, and it kind of tells the story. So over here in the first room, when she enters the cottage, it's empty. The dwarves are at the mines, and she finds 7 beds, and she thinks that they belong to children in the movie. But this is the 7 dwarfs' bedroom. And that's the poster I was referring to. They do fall in love with Snow White in the movie, and so I thought that would make sense to have the Snow White poster in here. So in the movie, she cleans the house for them. That's what this represents. And there's a scene in the movie when they're all singing and dancing, and there's an organ in the movie and a piano. And then I also put the sewing wheel here because they're minors. They're going to pop elbows and knees and need to patch their clothing. I think they even have patches on them. And because they're minors, they're covered in soot. So I have bathtubs for them, and I put these ovens next to them to keep the water warm.
Everything makes sense.
Does it? Do you like it? Okay. Because I thought you liked a story, right? With builds. And it is mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. But I chose this mirror instead. So it's not on the wall, but if you look at the dagger on the back of it, that looks like the dagger that the huntsman uses to cut out her heart. And it was a pretty scary scene for the 1930s. I mean, we weren't alive then, I know that, but, you know, it was pretty dramatic for animation. It had never been done before. And so I used this mirror because of that dagger on the back. And then she cooks for them. So this last room is, and I have my mannequin with my Snow White outfit on it. She's cooking for the 7 dwarfs and herself. So I wanted to put 2 of the long tables together so I could have a service for 8. And then I have the 8 bowls here. She's going to make a lobster bisque. That's not in the movie, but over here I have lobster, mushrooms, and garlic, and some oregano. She's going to make a lobster bisque and pour it into these bowls. She's also going to make a salad, so I have salad fixings over here. And then if you come and stand beside her, you can see her, and she's got a little arm up like she's thinking, and she's going to do something with the crab here, and the crab with drawn butter and asparagus. And it's when she's cooking that she gets a knock on the door, and she goes to answer the door, and it's the Wicked Queen with the poison apple. So that's like, yeah. So this was my kind of, I don't know, my little honor to Snow White there with that. I knew I wanted to do a Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs.
Wow, that is one of the best story-driven builds I've ever seen.
Oh, really? Thank
that is
you.
Amazing.
Oh, thank you. See, I can't see your face. I don't know if you're smiling or if you're like, well, she stopped talking and move on. But I don't think you'd ever be that way. You're too sweet.
No, this is awesome. This whole, just the Snow White build deserves a whole separate video, in my opinion.
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, thank you. You know, and look, I'm here for you. I don't have to be anywhere till 3 p.m. So if there's
I hope you enjoyed this video. It took a very long time to make and to edit. I hope you like all the new things I tried out in this video, and let me know in the comments if you did. I will definitely make more videos like this. This is only one of the builds that I saw in NezbyKitty's Valley. There is going to be more videos coming out with some amazing builds from her valley over time. So subscribe if you don't want to miss it, and I just want to say huge thanks to NezbyKitty for doing this. She has some incredible, mostly indoor builds, and I'm gonna make a couple more short videos like this showcasing some of the best builds I've seen today. And if you want to show off your valley in a video, check out our Discord server. There is a channel in the multiplayer section that's called Valley Tour application. You can fill it out and you will have a chance to be in a video just like this one. Thank you so much for watching. Huge thanks to all of our amazing supporters, and a special thanks to NezbyKitty. She is just such a cool person. It was such a blast to be guided around her valley and be told so many interesting stories. I just absolutely love her voice. Absolutely love storytelling skills. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, and I hope you're looking forward for more content from her valley. There's going to be much more valley tours from many different people coming out soon. So if you're excited, click the subscribe button, click that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, my friends.